I hope you're having a great day. Today, I want to talk about the health of our senior citizens and simple things that we can do. You're living in a time where you'll have access to so much of information, so much confusion, so many things that you thought you were doing right, maybe seeming to be wrong to you right now. So I want to break this down today and simplify it, because the one thing I can tell you after handling patients for 13 years is that complication and stress are your biggest enemies. All of us have to move back down to simplicity. Simplicity is powerful. Simplicity is simple to do. We're making things too complicated today, and we're going to simplify it right now. Of course, if you have a particular condition, that may require you to eat for that particular condition. And for everyone else, let's start breaking it down right now. As we all age, we want to look at our quality of life. We want to look at how can I reduce my medication rather than age with more and more medications. By reducing your medication, I don't mean just stop your medication. Keep your doctor in the loop, make lifestyle changes. So for example, people come to us with type 2 diabetes, and over the course of 3 to 6 months, we start to reverse the type 2 diabetes and the doctor stops the medication. The same thing with high blood pressure, the same thing with your statins and your cholesterol medication. But today, let's break it down and keep it very, very simple. It's not what we think is right for you. It's not what anyone thinks is right for you. Let's look at this as what your body requires. If you're 50, if you're 60, if you're 70, if you're 80 years old, what does your body require for a quality life, for a peaceful life, and for a happy life? For that, we look at the fundamentals of the human body, and let's start off with nutrition. The word over here is simplicity. If you are unhappy, you have more problems. It's better to be happy and eat the right foods and be mindful about the wrong foods. Okay? Now, what we want to understand when it comes to nutrition is your stomach and your appetite can change. You will find as you age that your meal portions become a little bit smaller, and that's absolutely okay. Now, if you have constant symptoms of low appetite, then you may want to get it medically checked. But it's normal for you to eat lesser meals. So if your meal is lesser, at least make sure it's complete. You have your good quality carbohydrates, you have your protein, which is extremely important for you, and you have your healthy fats. So your plate should look like a lot of veggies, your protein, whether it's non-veg, vegetarian, your healthy fats, that means the oils that you cook in. You want to stay away from seed oils, and you want to stay away from, as far as possible, refined oils. So if you're living in India right now and you say, hey, Luke, I don't want to spend money on cold pressed oils, which would be the two best oils for you? It would be rice bran and it would be mustard oil. And you want to make sure that you get great brands that are not adulterated. And of course, pure ghee, which you can make at home, or you can buy A2 pure ghee. These would be the best oils. If you can afford olive oil, then that's great. And if you can do cold pressed oils, then that would be your best choice for you. Number 2, all right, you want to make sure that your last meal is at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. This is so powerful for you because as you move into sleep, you want to be in an anabolic and a catabolic phase that helps you to repair your body, recover, bring down inflammation. If you eat too close to bedtime, that's not the best for you. In fact, it's not the best for anyone. So try to keep your gap 3 hours maximum, maybe 3.5 to 4 hours. That'll be amazing for you. The earlier your dinner, the better it is for you. Okay, we're not talking organic food. We're not talking any of that. We're talking about the simple principles and basics of living a healthy lifestyle. If you can do organic food, of course, that's a better choice. That's completely up to you. All right, we want to make the mistake of having white salt and not pink salt. If you want to have pink salt, which is also healthy, you want to mix it with your white salt. You never want to do just pink salt, because then you will have kidney issues and you will have heart issues. The body needs sodium chloride as well as potassium chloride. Pink salt is only potassium chloride. So please, what I like to do for my mom, who's now 75 years old, I do a mix of white salt, 80% white salt and 20% pink salt, mix it up, and she can cook with that salt. So that's extremely important. And of course, disclaimer, if you're supposed to cut down your salt because of your heart or pressure, then please follow the advice of your doctor. The next rule please eat home-cooked food as much as you can. If you look at the generation below today, which is pretty messed up when it comes to gut problems, hormonal problems, cancers and everything, one of the biggest reasons is outside food. So while you, of course, can enjoy 1 or 2 or 3 meals outside, make sure they're good choices of restaurants, but really, for your quality life, really try to eat home-cooked meals as much as you can, because it's very difficult to find a restaurant that truly cares about your health, and they use the wrong oils, the wrong salts, and the wrong ways of cooking. So you want to be careful of that. So that's simple nutrition. What are the blood tests that you should be doing? You want to make sure that your vitamin D3 levels and your B12 levels are really good. If your reference range is 30 to 100, you don't want to be at 30. You don't want to be at 35. You want to be at 70. You want to be 80, because that slowly falls, but it will not fall into an insufficiency. Vitamin D3 is great for your bones, for your energy, for your sex hormones, for everything. And your vitamin B12 is required for your neurological health, your brain health, your nerves, the little pains that you may get, the little tremors that you may get. So it's important to keep a check on your B12 and your D3 levels. And of course, once a year, you should do your complete body checkup to make sure that you don't have any deficiencies and that your lipid profile, your kidneys, basically all of your organs are in check. In fact, I'm going to ask someone from my team in the notes of this to list down all the tests that we suggest males to do and all the tests that we suggest females to do. And it's up to you if you want to do that panel at least once a year. Let's move straight to exercise. This is your magic pill. Am I asking you to go to the gym? If you love to, but you don't have to. What does the body need at this age? It needs mobility. So you want to do exercises that challenge mobility. It needs flexibility. So you want to stretch, maybe do some yoga. It needs cardiovascular endurance. So your walks, your jogs, your swims, whatever it is that you like, even dancing, that's great for you. You want strength because muscle is power. When I say muscle, I'm not talking about bodybuilder muscle. I'm saying challenge muscle, use muscle. So walking is a beautiful weight-bearing exercise. It challenges muscle. You can increase the duration, you can walk uphill, whatever you find is safe for you, but walking is a great example. Or you can lift really light weights with the supervision of a trainer. You can use resistance bands. That's also great for you. There are so many different ways of doing it. Some of you who like to do Pilates, Pilates is a fantastic exercise for your overall musculoskeletal system, mobility, and your flexibility. Swimming is a low-risk exercise if you enjoy swimming and you know how to swim. Any exercise that challenges balance is fantastic for you. Balance of the physical body and your brain. So simple exercise where you balance on one leg, the second leg. So yoga does this. You can learn how to balance, but these are great exercises that you need. And of course, your breath work. 5 minutes of pranayama or breath work in the morning, 5 in the evening. That's fantastic for you. We've done videos for that on YouTube where you can just check them out and learn how to do simple, deep breathing exercises. The magic is in movement. Okay, you don't want to have a sedentary day unless, of course, you're tired or you're sick or you can't move. But the important thing is the more you move your body, the more you improve the quality of your life. You don't have to do anything extreme. Keep it simple. But the magic word is consistency. Let's come straight to sleep. Sleep is extremely important for you. But as we age, you will find that your body needs lesser sleep. So don't get worried about it. Some of you may wake up in 5 hours. Some of you may wake up in 6 hours. It's okay. What is important that you slept deeply, and when you wake up, you feel, hey, that was enough for me. I'm ready to start the day. Don't put yourself into a bucket of 8 and 9 hours of sleep and then stress yourself out because you're not sleeping that long. It is normal for your sleep cycles to reduce. But what you can do to improve your sleep consistency is at least try to get into bed at the same time and get up at the same time. Oh, if you wake up earlier, it's fine. But that circadian rhythm of sleeping at the same time and trying to wake up before sunrise is extremely powerful for you. If you are on sleeping medications, now's the time to work with your doctors and your lifestyle coaches or whoever it is to start weaning off your medication because it is not helping you. And there are natural ways of doing it. There are natural supplements that you can take. Speak to a professional and do it that way. It's important for you to have a ritual before bedtime, that 1 hour. You start to calm down, you make a to-do list, you pray, you speak to your children, you practice gratitude, you listen to music. Calm down the mind so that you can get into a deeper sleep. But sleep is your superpower. That's where all the repair is going to happen. Inflammation is going to come down. Your immune system is going to get stronger. All the magic happens when you sleep. Even if you want to keep your skin great, while you sleep, your collagen is stimulated, and that's going to help you with beautiful skin as well. Okay, let's move straight into the next vertical, which is your emotional wellness. You have to understand, look at the generations below today. Junk food, I shouldn't call it food, junk, a lack of exercise, a lack of sleep, and chronic stress is the reason why most people in the generation below you is sick and suffering today. Stress is your biggest enemy. This is the point in your life where you use spirituality as a crutch, or you use life lessons to teach you what you should accept, what you should let go of, what you should surrender, adding meditation, mindfulness techniques, working out, spending time in nature, building solid relationships with people that are serving you. You could have 2 friends, great friends, fantastic. Someone can have 15 friends and feel sad with them. The importance of your social relationships with your friends, meeting them, going out, your social connections, speaking on the phone, messaging each other, playing together is extremely important for your longevity, and it is extremely important for your happiness. Your happiness is your superpower when it comes to a quality life. So it is so important. That's why, as you see, as we age, we turn more to spirituality because we understand we're different. We're different from when we were 30, 40, 50. We start to understand that, hey, we're not in control. All my life I've tried to be in control, but hey, we're not in control of anything. We have to now learn to embrace uncertainty. For that, where do we find the strength? Where do we find the courage? In spirituality. Some of you call it religion, some of you call it spirituality, whatever works for you. But we understand that there is a divine power and a force above us, stronger than us. And we start to lean more into it with faith and trust and belief. That is also a powerful medicine for you. So we spoke about your nutrition. We spoke about, remember, with nutrition, you want to understand that not overeating is a superpower. It's okay to eat a little lesser every day, but your meal should be giving you all the nutrients that you need. It's okay to fast a little bit. Like, let's say I finish my dinner at 7 o'clock, and maybe you're hungry at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock the next morning. You fasted 13 to 14 hours. That's also beautiful for you. But do not overeat. Do not mess up your gut by overeating. Cut down your sugar if you're eating too much of sugar. I'm sure you can use discipline, so that's something great that you can do. I have a confession to make. We learn a lot in nutrition college, and sometimes we defend those points, but sometimes we realize that the science was a little bit incorrect. And I'm guilty of teaching people that you shouldn't have fruit after a meal. And today I am confessing to you that I no longer believe that's true. I've done enough of research, and I fought enough with my dad when he used to eat fruit after his meals, and I would tell him and give him the science, and he would just listen and go on eating fruit after his meal. And today I want to tell you that it's absolutely okay to do that. Certain people with GERD and acidity, you should avoid fruits and citrus fruits because it can make it worse. But if you are used to having a piece of fruit after your meal, it is absolutely okay. If your body tells you not to do it because you feel bloated, just don't do it. But for everyone else who's used to doing it, it's absolutely okay to do it. Your digestive system manages it just fine. And fruit is a superpower for you. I realized this, and I'm going to confess this to you. I was in Vietnam recently. I took my team down for a trip to work on a project. And I realized after every meal in Vietnam, they would serve you a few pieces of watermelon. So my mind immediately said, no, Luke, no fruit after a meal. But I saw everyone doing it. I said, let me try it. So I had a piece of watermelon after my meal. And it's unbelievable how it just cut off every craving for sweet after a meal. It just kind of satisfied you after a meal by having just that one little piece of watermelon. That's when I said, hey, this isn't making sense. So I went back into the science, decided to not believe everything I learned, and I realized that our ancestors, our parents were absolutely right. It's okay to eat a fruit after a meal if it suits you. So that's something important for you. You want to limit your sugar. So again, let's recap. Nutrition, movement, exercise, balance, good sleep. Not a lot. Don't get stressed if you're not sleeping too much. Wake up. How do I feel? Rested? That was enough for you. It's okay to have your tea. It's okay to have your coffee. Whatever makes you happy, as long as you're doing it in balance and you are not overdoing it. Be careful of all the outside food in the market. People are tricking you in the name of health. They're selling you junk. We're getting fooled. You're getting fooled. So you want to just be mindful and go back to home food and maybe have 1 or 2 reward days where you eat a little bit of what you really like to that's not probably made at home. And your emotional wellness is your superpower. Do not ignore symptoms. Always go get checked up by a doctor if you have anything. But I can tell you right now, my longest living clients do 3 things. They are happy people. By being happy people, they also have a lot of problems, but they choose happiness. 2, they live a very simple life. 3, they wake up with purpose every morning, something to do, even if it's going into the garden, even if it's that cup of coffee, even if it's helping 2 or 3 people, whatever it is, have something to work towards. And if you feel mentally and emotionally low, speak to a therapist, or better still, turn to spirituality. It's extremely powerful. I want all of you to have a great evening. Look after your health. It is the quality of life that matters, and all of us have the ability to make those changes.